Earth Science, Chapter 6, Section 1, Electricity and Your Community, Digging Deeper, Meeting Electricity Needs, Energy Resources. The world's population continues to grow. This means that the need for energy will likely grow as well. Energy is needed for heating or cooling. It is needed to generate electricity. It is used in industrial processes. It is also used for transportation. Different energy resources can be used for many different purposes. Energy resources include coal, natural gas, and petroleum. Hydropower, nuclear fission, solar, wind, waste, biomass, wood, and oceanic power are other sources. Nuclear fusion has been proposed as the long-term source. However, the progress made in research to make this possible has been very slow. Generating electric energy. Energy resources are used to generate electricity. Electricity is an energy source with which you are very familiar. Electric power is the rate at which electricity does work. It is measured at a point in time. The unit of measure for electric power is a watt. The rate at which an appliance transforms electric energy is called its capacity. You can check the tags or labels on electrical appliances for this information. For example, you might see a 1200 watt hairdryer or 40 watt stereo receiver. Electric energy is the amount of work that can be done by electricity. Its unit of measure is the watt hour. A 1200 watt hairdryer used for 15 minutes would require 300 watt hours of electric energy. Fossil fuels can be burned to generate electricity. This involves the use of machinery in power plants. Fossil fuels supply about 70% of the electricity in the United States. Coal, petroleum, and natural gas are examples of fossil fuels. They are the main ones used by the electrical power industry. When these fuels are burned, a variety of gases and particles are formed. Pollution control equipment can be used to catch these. If they are not caught, they are let out into the atmosphere. Other sources of energy can also be used for electricity. These sources include hydropower, geothermal energy, solar energy, photovoltaic energy, wind, nuclear power, and biomass. They have many advantages over fossil fuels. Fossil fuels and nuclear energy. Most of the electricity in the United States is produced in steam turbines. A turbine converts the kinetic energy of a moving fluid to mechanical energy. In a fossil-fueled steam turbine, the fuel is burned in a boiler to produce steam. The steam then turns the turbine blades. The blades turn the shaft of the generator to produce electricity. In a nuclear-powered steam turbine, a reactor replaces the boiler. The reactor contains a core of nuclear fuel. The fission of uranium produces the heat in the reactor. The heat is used to make steam. The steam is then passed through the turbine generator to produce electricity. This is the same as what occurs in the fossil-fueled steam turbine. Figure 3 shows the nuclear power plant locations and uranium resources available in the United States. Hydroelectric power. Water is the top renewable resource used to generate electric power. Hydroelectric power is generated when flowing water spins a turbine. The turbine is connected to a generator. Hydroelectric plants are located where suitable waterways are available. Many of the best of these sites have already been developed. 70% of the hydroelectric power in the United States is generated in the Pacific and Rocky Mountain states. There are two basic types of hydroelectric systems. One is based on falling water, the other is based on a natural river current. In a falling water system, water builds up in reservoirs created by dams. This water then falls through large pipes. The falling water applies pressure against the turbine blades. The blades drive the generator to produce electricity. The second system is called a run-of-the-river system. In it, the force of the river current applies pressure to the turbine blades to produce electricity. Because they do not store water, these systems depend upon seasonal changes and stream flow. And there are run-of-the-river systems, electricity generators in Janesville and Beloit. The Rock River flows from north to south, generating that electricity. Using water to generate electricity has advantages. Water is a renewable resource and a source of cheap power. Compared to fossil fuels, there is little air pollution. That is because there is no fuel combustion. Also, there is limited thermal pollution compared to nuclear plants. Hydroelectric power plants can start generating electricity quickly. They do not need to wait for water to be heated into steam. Also, the flow of water can be adjusted to make quick changes in power output during peak demands for electricity. Despite the advantages of renewable energy, the use of water also has costs. These include impacts on the environment caused by damming rivers and streams. Dams, plural there, dams affect the habitats of the local plants and animals. Another drawback to some hydroelectric power plants is that they depend upon the flow of water. This can vary with seasons and during droughts. When scientists and engineers consider new hydroelectric projects, they must evaluate the various costs and the benefits of their installations. Other resources used to generate electricity. At this time, renewable resources other than water and geothermal energy supply less. Let me reread that. At this time, renewable resources other than water and geothermal energy supply less than 8% of the electricity generated by electric companies. Oh, supply. Okay, let me reread that one. At this time, renewable resources other than water and geothermal energy supply less than 8% of the electricity generated by electric companies. Renewable resources include solar, wind, and biomass power. Biomass consists of wood, municipal solid waste, agricultural waste, and so on. Although geothermal energy is a non-renewable resource, it will not run out. It comes from heat energy buried beneath the surface of the Earth. Most of this heat is at depths beyond current drilling methods. In some areas of the country, magma flows close enough to the surface of the Earth to produce steam. That steam can then be used in steam turbine plants. Figure 6 shows the locations of geothermal plants within the United States. Most are found in the western United States. There, magma is close enough to the surface to supply steam.